One thing I forgot to mention in the previous slide was that the marginal revenue curve represents the sum of the price effect and the output effect. That is, marginal revenue takes into the fact that revenue decreases if you lower price. That is, there could be a negative price effect from lowering price, from the output effect, which is the gain in revenue for increasing output by lowering price. And as long as marginal revenue is positive, that means the output effect is greater than the price effect. And so, but of course, that relationship is decreasing, hence we have this downward sloping marginal revenue curve. Now, what this helps us do is it helps us find where exactly the monopolist will maximize profits, or how much should a monopolist produce in order to get the maximum profits. And that is where marginal revenue intersects with marginal cost. Now, notice this is slightly different than the case of a competitive market where the price and quantity is determined by where marginal cost intersects with demand. No, that would be a competitive market case. This is the monopolist case. And so the monopolist, because they are not a price taker, is going to consider marginal revenue. And the monopolist is balancing off the price effect from the output effect up into the point where the change in revenues from lowering price is going to be equal to the increase in cost, or the marginal cost from selling additional units. And that, of course, would occur at the intersection of marginal revenue and marginal cost. Now, note, price is not horizontal to where marginal revenue intersects marginal cost. This just tells us the quantity at which marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. To figure out the price that the monopolist will charge, you have to work up from this quantity to the demand curve and then across. And right here, we'll just call this P1, would be the price that the monopolist would sell at, so as to maximize profits. And the intuition, of course, being that, well, the monopolist uses the intersection of the marginal revenue and marginal cost curve to determine what quantity the monopolist should produce. And then at that quantity, the demand curve tells the monopolist what is the maximum price the monopolist can charge so as to supply that many units, which would be, of course, found by working your way up from this intersection to the demand curve and then across.